Hey, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ice, and today we're dishing out payback to the tree stompers in DM East. We're farming on average 350 gold per hour, the breakdown you see on this spreadsheet. If you have enchanting, you can actually triple the profit from greens. If you don't have enchanting, I highly suggest finding friend guildy that you can either cut the profits with or do it yourself. I expect this to go even higher than a 3x multiplier once Wrath pre-patch arrives. Now, for anyone who hasn't farmed this or has farmed this at level 60, we all know how annoying these tree patrol pats were, but not anymore. We're pulling the entire room in 2 pulls, checking our urban book spawns, then we kill the invis pat on the way to Hydra spawn in the next room. This is to line up our last pull, including all the Hellcallers, Satyrs, and Phase Lashers before heading upstairs to kill Lethendris, which then we reset and do it all over again. But to begin, let's start with a disclaimer. You absolutely have to run Elemental, Improved Blizzard, Permafrost 3 out of 3, Arctic Reach 2 out of 2, Frost Channeling 3 out of 3 to pull as I do in this video. I've not yet found a way around running without the Elemental because the ranged Frost Nova is just too good in all scenarios. This means we're running a 19-0-42 build with those mandatory skill points you see. As you can tell, we're doing something a little bit different today where the gameplay, I believe, requires talking through, explaining why I'm casting certain moves, what moves I'm casting, and my thought process as we go through the gameplay. So let's get started. As you can see, I'm about to jump down into DM East, and I've got my timer going. For the most part, I will be quiet unless I think it requires comment. As you can see, I'm ice lancing pulls in order to pull. Just continue running as you're pulling. I'm casting rank 1 Blizzard. Unfortunately, I get one of the Death Lashes. You really don't want to pull them. They have terrible drop pools. They have triple the health of the trees. And for that reason, you just don't want to pull them. But we make do. Again, just trying to group them up here as we run through. The mobs naturally pull the tree pats, as I'm sure you're aware if you've done this ever. Just pull the mobs through and they'll keep on running. Got my elemental out already. Required his assistance. Again, just rank 1 to group them, and then that was a rank 13. What you'll notice is the WARPWOODS cast regrowth and sometimes become unpacked. Again, got another death lash, so unfortunately I have to blow cold snap. Nova again got a resist too, which it's going downhill, but that's okay. Luckily he had to cast a regrowth because his spidey senses were tingling. Our second elemental is out. And we're just blizzarding him down. Of course, keep him on passive and only make him attack targets you deem necessary to be attacked. Because again, it will break Ice Nova if your pet is attacking them. And you don't want that. In fact, here, I could have made him attack the Death Lash, which I'm clearly thinking about right now in the gameplay. All things considered, pretty decent pull. You'll notice in most of my gameplay, I constantly have my camera facing sideways, or I'm lined up sideways towards the mobs, if that makes sense. I find it easier to kite that way and just have my cursor on the left hand or right hand of the screen. As you can see, the Death Lash has 17,000 HP, whereas the trees have about 7,000. So almost triple. And that's why I'm having to evocate here. It's fine. A whopping thorny vine from that Death Lash. Incredible loot. Check if I missed a book spawn here. And in fact, I did miss a book spawn. You can see a book spawn back here. I didn't check it. Now we're going into the last pull inside here. Again, ice lancing, kiting. Rank 1 Blizzard. Rank 1 Blizzard. So one thing you'll notice, another common occurrence, is casting rank 1 Blizzard, even if mobs are very close to me, because they're such a lower level that with the mischance talent in Frost, as well as the level being much lower, oftentimes will miss the majority of their attacks. And with improved Blizzard and Permafrost 3 out of 3, this makes it extremely difficult for these mobs to hit you and gives you time to group them up. Of course, I did a very risky maneuver by just going for the Arcane Explosion finish off there with not full HP. Worked out. Go ahead and skip ahead here. Oh, I did check for the book. Got absolutely nothing. Looks like Pocket Lint and Nat Pagel's Extreme Angling. So I delete both those items out of my bag immediately. Now, I'm scrolling over looking for the Invis Pat with my cursor. That's why I was sporadically clicking around. There's an Invis Pat that goes all the way to the pool and back out behind that tree in the main room. You want to kill that guy before you do this next pull. And I'm not sure if I do it in this one. The reason being, he'll sneak up and there is obviously always a chance that he will paralyze you and will get you in quite a sticky situation. Struggling to get the Hydro spawn on the wall here. So if you've never killed Hydro spawn, the trick is typically to just jump right on those candles or right in front of the candles. As soon as he's back onto that ledge, you can see he paths all the way back around. Now, the geyser almost 4 out of 5 times you're going to resist that. I got hit. So just slowly chunking them down. Better safe than sorry. He still can kill you, despite being level 70. Now, this is the start of our very big pull. What we're going to do is kite them all the way back into the main room and use the line of sights to group them up efficiently so that we're maintaining damage on the caster. I'm casting rank 1 Blizzard. You can't really see it on those guys, just to make sure they're slow, and I blink here every single time I do this. Objective to get them as close to you as possible using rank 1 Blizzard before you can pull the guys behind us. Now you can use this barrier right in front of us as an LOS, you can see me doing. So the Hellspawn and the Fell Lash will chase you. The reason we're pulling the Fell Lashes and not the Death Lashes is because the Fell Lashes cast Arcane, which you will resist almost all of them. I'm using Mage Armor, I have about 30 resist, and I've never ever died to casters. Now, again, grouping up rank 1 Blizzarding here, or if you have clear casting, go ahead and send a full one. We're gonna blink there again. Let me back up. So, 2 important things happen here. When we're pulling this area, all of these guys are chasing me where my mouse cursor is, around this pillar, or if you don't get them far enough, they're gonna cut you off. So you need to have a Nova up. I'm Ice Lancing each pack as I run by. I actually Arcane Explosion. You can see that they were cutting me off. One thing I did that was actually incorrect here was I blinked. You want to have your blink off cooldown when you're actually here and blink past this pack, because if by chance you pull this pack, you either have to reset or you're going to die. And I just happen to luck out. So let's watch it again. I have these mobs grouped up nice around this corner. I'm Ice Lancing all of them as quickly as possible. Arcane Explosion. And I blink there. Now, fortunately, the Hellfire missed these mobs, so I was able to kind of sneak by. But you almost always would prefer to Frost Nova on this corner. I just back up one more time. You almost always want to Frost Nova these guys. So I got kind of scared there. You could have just Frost Nova'd, kept walking, and then blink past this pack. It guarantees that you're never going to pull them until you feel comfortable to do so. Again, grouping them, Blizzard. You'll have max mana. Feel free to throw on a mana shield here as well. Because of the talent in Arcane, you're just getting so much mana back from these casters. Again, pulling with Blizzard so that they're not running very quickly at me. And here's where the Invis pad, I think, ganks me. Yep. So I didn't kill that guy. Luckily, I had a very clean pull up until this point, so I was able to not panic there. Now we're just using LOS. We're kiting them back into the main room and making very good use of my Elemental's Frost Nova. This is just an excellent pull. As you can see, resist. I'm just at max mana. Couldn't be happier. Pop some trinkets. Throw out some more damage. And I'd even suggest you could pop Cold Snap here. I have Cold Snap off cooldown. And I could throw out another Elemental and Icy Veins and just go to town. Just maintaining distance. These guys are still extremely scary if they start wailing. See, I'm still quite scared of them. Get the Frost Nova and gonna finish him off here. Go ahead and watch the loot. I won't skip this. Now, one thing to note as well, if you loot a Libram, you can only have one on you at a time. They are unique. So, for example, if you loot a Libram of Focus, a Libram of Rapidity, or even just one, I would highly suggest, if you have over 2/3 of your bags filled, to go back to town, mail it off to your banker so that you can potentially get another one the next run. Because our mob kill count is so high, you're almost dropping them every single run, or every 1 and 2 runs you're gonna drop one. It's almost guaranteed, just because of the number of monsters and the drop rate percentage. Now, another thing here, I'm gonna pause. There's always a chest on my mouse cursor that spawns either here or down here behind this tent. There's also Herbalism stuff over here, as well as throughout. You can see that spawn. These chests, it's about 1 in 5 that they'll be unlocked and not require lock picking, and typically have some form of green in them. Very valuable, so just keep an eye out for those. You can see I apparently missed this pack with my rank 1 Blizzard. It's alright. Die easy enough. And anyone that used to kill these mobs, this is how you used to have to do it. At level 60, you just kind of arcane explosion them and hope you kill them before they kill you. Now this is pretty standard. We're just running up here. There is an invis pat. You can kill them or just run by them. Either way. Ghost Mushroom always spawns, or not always, but spawns here quite frequently. So that's why I started running up here. And this boss will drop, I've dropped now 3 or 4 Librams of Focus off of Lathandris. So I continue to kill her, as well as the greens that drop off both Pimgib and herself. It's a no-brainer. And this is pretty much the end of the run. Just kind of pop your cooldowns and kill them. Oh, I actually dropped down here to get these ghost mushrooms. I'm thinking about making another video. I'm going to try potentially doing another spec and getting some more burst damage via the fire arcane build, and doing only the SATYR pull as well as a pull up here, because the SATYRs just have insanely good drop rates for greens, Fellcloth, Librams, pretty much everything you want to kill. You can actually see I like this pack size. Pretty much everything I do revolves around efficiency, and if I see something good lining up, I'm going to go ahead and farm it. For example, that little green pod spawned the Lashers and ended up working out for me. That's all I have for you today, gamers. As always, thank you to my viewers, people that like my videos, people that subscribe to my videos, or do neither, but you're here watching. You made it this far. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.